Hey everyone, welcome back to the English Hour. I'm really excited about today's topic because it's something you might not expect to hear in a language learning video, but it can make a huge difference in your English journey. Today we're going to talk about how gratitude can actually boost your English learning. At first, you might be thinking, gratitude. What does being thankful have to do with speaking English better? Well, stick with me because I'm going to show you exactly why this mindset can change everything. Let me start with a little story. A few years ago, I met a student named Leela. She was very talented, but she was constantly frustrated with her English. Every time she made a mistake or forgot a word, she would feel upset with herself. She focused so much on what she couldn't do that she didn't see how far she had already come. One day, I asked her to try something different. Instead of focusing on mistakes, I asked her to write down 3 things she was grateful for about her English learning journey each day. It could be something simple, like understanding a song, reading a paragraph without a dictionary, or having a short conversation. At first, she was skeptical, but she agreed to try. Within a few weeks, everything changed. She became more confident, more relaxed, and even spoke more fluently. Why? Because gratitude shifted her mindset. Gratitude works in learning because it changes how your brain reacts to challenges. When you focus on what you're thankful for, your brain produces chemicals that reduce stress and increase motivation. Learning English can be stressful. Mistakes, confusion, slow progress, or comparing yourself to others can make it feel overwhelming. But when you approach learning with gratitude, you start to notice the progress you've made rather than the mistakes you've yet to fix. That awareness gives your brain a sense of reward, and that's incredibly powerful for learning. Think about it for a moment. When you're grateful for even the smallest victories, you start to enjoy the process more. Maybe today, you remembered a word you had trouble with yesterday, or you could understand a short sentence in a video without subtitles. These are wins. Gratitude helps you see these wins clearly, and when you focus on wins, you naturally want to do more. You become consistent, and consistency is the secret ingredient to fluency. Another way gratitude helps is by reducing the fear of making mistakes. Most English learners are afraid to speak because they worry about saying something wrong or sounding silly. But when you cultivate gratitude, you start appreciating your efforts rather than judging the results. You become thankful for the opportunity to practice, for the courage to speak, and for the chance to learn from mistakes. Suddenly, mistakes don't feel like failures. They feel like steps forward, and your learning accelerates. Let me give you a practical example. I like to start my mornings with a small gratitude exercise. I take a moment to think about 3 things I'm grateful for in my English learning journey. It could be that I understood a tricky phrase, that I was able to explain a concept clearly, or even that I got feedback that helped me improve. This simple habit sets a positive tone for the day. It helps me approach challenges calmly and see mistakes as opportunities rather than setbacks. And trust me, the more positive energy you bring into your learning, the better your brain absorbs information. Gratitude also strengthens your connection with others. Learning English often involves communication, speaking, listening, and connecting with other people. When you approach these interactions with gratitude, you're more patient, more empathetic, and more engaged. You listen better, you respond more naturally, and you're not afraid to ask questions or make mistakes. People respond positively to that energy, and it creates a cycle of encouragement and improvement. I want you to try this every time you sit down to practice English. Think of one thing you're grateful for. It could be something about yourself, your progress, or even the fact that you have access to learning materials. Then, reflect on one mistake you made but are thankful for because it taught you something. This simple habit trains your mind to focus on learning opportunities rather than failures, and over time, it transforms the way you learn. Here's another story. One of my students, Ahmed, struggled with speaking fluently for months. Every class, he would get stuck and feel discouraged. I suggested he keep a gratitude journal specifically for his English learning. Every evening, he wrote down 3 things he appreciated about that day's learning. One word he remembered, one phrase he could say correctly, and one conversation he tried even if it wasn't perfect. After a few weeks, Ahmed became more confident, started participating actively in class, and even began teaching small lessons to his friends. The simple act of gratitude gave him a sense of accomplishment and motivation that hard work alone never did. The power of gratitude in learning English is simple but profound. It reduces stress, increases motivation, strengthens memory, improves relationships, and helps you enjoy the journey. Most importantly, it transforms your mindset. Instead of feeling like you're failing or not good enough, you start seeing progress, growth, and opportunity everywhere. And when your mind is in a positive state, your brain absorbs new vocabulary, grammar, and pronunciation much faster. So, here's what I want you to do after watching this video. Start a simple gratitude habit today. Every day, write down 3 things you're grateful for in your English learning journey. Reflect on one mistake you made that taught you something. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small, and approach challenges with a thankful mindset. Watch how it changes not just your learning, but your confidence, your speaking, and your enjoyment of English. Thank you for joining me on the English Hour today. Remember, gratitude isn't just about being polite or happy. It's a powerful learning tool that can boost your English journey in ways you might never have imagined. Keep practicing, stay grateful, and I'll see you in the next episode.